Hey, I'm Jessie with Simply Refreshing Life. Thank you for being here again with me today. Today I have a topic that I actually been talking about for the last week on my personal Facebook account, which I'm gonna now transfer to my business account so you can all have access to it. And I'm gonna put the link to my page there so you can continue seeing these videos. So what I've been doing is I've been giving some self-care golden nuggets, and these are things that I have practiced myself, that I have learned over the years, and so I want to share them with you. So today I'm going to share 3 of the most important golden nuggets for self-care that I have put in practice and that have made a difference in my life. So a little bit of my story. I didn't always put self-care as a priority in my life. Right as soon as I became a mom 16 years ago, I was under the impression that there was no time for self-care because I had to take care of my children and my husband and my home. At the time I was working as well. I was full-time in the corporate world, so I didn't have time, or I always thought I didn't have time, and so my self-care routine was essentially non-existent. I would do things here and there, but not consistently, and that went on for many years. Eventually I had 2 more kids, and eventually I started homeschooling them. I homeschooled them for about 6 years, and putting my personal care to the back of the back burner. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was not something that I would consider or even knew about it or anything like that. Well, that had its consequences because my personal health or my physical health started suffering. My mental health started suffering as well because I was depleted, I was tired, I was stressed out. And my spiritual health was also suffering because I did not spend much time reading the Word and praying as I should have, because I was always on the go. And I always had an excuse. I mean, and there were good excuses, like I don't have time, my kids come first, I don't have money. Money was a big deal, like I don't have money, that was like my biggest excuse. I don't know how, or things like that I always said and always put an excuse for. It was not until I was 43 years old when my doctor told me I was pre-diabetic that something clicked and I panicked. And in panic mode, I started doing changes, but they were not consistent changes, and they were not changes that will actually made an impact in my life. It was not until I sat down and I started reflecting on what I was doing and what needed to change. And the first thing I changed was my eating habits. And then I started changing other things. I started changing my exercise, non-existent routine. I started spending more time with God, and that made a whole lot of difference in my spiritual life because that has to do with stress, with worry, with things like that hinder your well-being. I started doing all these changes little by little until I got to the point that I can now speak to you about this because I kind of been there, done that sort of a deal, And so that's my background story. I am 48 now. I can tell you with certainty that my self-care routine is pretty solid, and yet it's very practical as well. I still have kids at home. They're at school right now. I don't homeschool anymore. They all came to a point where they wanted to experiment a school environment, and I didn't oppose to that, and they're doing awesome. I am still very, very involved in their education. In the afternoons when they come, I'm done with my work and I am spending time with them. We talk, we go over their work. They love to show me their work. So I sit here As a matter of fact, here in this table, and they're sitting here with me, and they're showing me and they're talking to me about, what they have learned and their scores and their math tests and things like that. And we do things together, and that to me is very, very important. But my self-care routine has solidified, has been really practical as well. And I'm setting an example for them as well, because I'm showing them that taking care of oneself is important, because then you can take care of everybody else. And so we talk about a lot about nutrition and healthy eating habits and everything. I talk to them a lot about that. I have a daughter, and I talk to her a lot about taking care of herself and taking care of her parents. And also we talk a lot about taking care of their relationship with God. So let me offer you 3 of the most important self-care routine habits that I implemented in my routine, and that have made a whole lot of difference in who I am today and what I can move forward. The first one being taking time to seek God, to read the Word, to pray. It is part of my morning routine, as I wake up earlier than everybody else, or earlier than my kids. And I spend time in prayer, just thanking God for another day of life, and just thanking God for all the blessings that He has given me. And if I have any prayer requests or anything, that's when I present it to God. And I go on with my day. In the evening, when everybody else is already settled for the day, I take up my journal and I take up my Bible, or so I have my Bible on my phone. Or my regular Bible, and I read from it, and then I write, because many times God is showing me something so special that I need to write it down, because I don't want to forget it. And writing it down is just an amazing tool. So I have several journals going on, because I got hooked into journaling a while ago. And so I have a Thanksgiving journal or a gratitude journal, and then I have another journal where I write what's going on. Like if I have something going on, I don't write in every journal every day, but I do write, in certain journals every now and then. And so when I'm reading the Word, I write down whatever God is showing me at that moment in time, and it's just amazing. Then I like to go back to those things whenever I feel like things are not going my way. I go back to those writings and I go, okay, God has a plan, and this is great. And so spending time with God has been a pillar in my self-care routine, because my spiritual health, I feel like it's been stronger, and I'm learning as I go. And besides sitting in Sunday at church and listening to my pastor's preach, who is an amazing pastor, and he's an amazing teacher of the Word, and I love that. I also spend time with God by myself. So before I used to be just a Sunday Christian. Now I can tell you that I am an everyday Christian, because I can, I spend time, learning from the Word. And there's a lot of things that are new to me, and I learn every day. The other pillar in my self-care routine is my morning routine, my morning and my evening routine. I take time to get ready. I don't work outside the home anymore. I have my own business at home, but that doesn't mean that I spend the whole day in pajamas or and not taking care of my face or my hair. I like to feel ready, even though I'm not going to to an office. I like to get dressed. I take my pajamas off. I usually wear like a nice shirt or a t-shirt and a pair of jeans. Very casual, but it makes me feel like I'm ready for the day. I like to do my hair. I wear light makeup, just foundation, eyelashes, things like that. Not eyelashes, sorry, mascara and lipstick and, things like that. I don't wear like heavy makeup. Like I'm not a makeup artist or anything like that. And I spend about maybe 20 minutes doing my hair and makeup and getting ready for the day. I like to wear jewelry. Sometimes, it's either like this type of earrings, and sometimes it's just a little earring, whatever I feel like that day. I just like to wear my jewelry. I like to feel like I am ready, and in this, in the sense that I feel good with myself and how I look. And so I that has never been me. I've never been the mom that goes to pick up their kids or whatever in pajamas. I always been like, that. But now I pay more attention in my personal care. And the evening routine is kind of like the same. Like I told you, I do journaling, or sometimes I do watercoloring. And then I wash my face at night, take all of my makeup off, very, very important, and brush my teeth and things like that. So it's important to have that morning and evening routine going on to implement things that you need to implement in your morning routine. Whatever you do, make your bed, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, things like that, that is part of your routine. And my third golden nugget here that I'm going to give you is taking time to recharge. That is very, very important. It's just, we all need to take time to recharge. Have you seen that movie Bicentennial Man with Robin Williams? There's a scene where he comes to the basement and he plugs himself in. He's a robot, of course, and he plugs himself in to recharge, to be ready for the next day. That's kind of like what I do. I don't plug myself in an electric cord or anything, but I take time to recharge, and I usually like to do it in silence by myself. And just either I write in my journal or do watercoloring or listen to music. I've been listening to podcasts lately, and just taking time for myself, reflect on everything, and just kind of relax. I also practice mindful meditation, and I just breathe. Breathe is so important. It's just so, it needs to be a very, very important part of, what you do. And so every day I take a few minutes, even if it's just 10 minutes. Sometimes my day is so busy, but if I take 10 minutes, it makes a difference. Sometimes I'm not a napper per se, but sometimes a nap would help. And I close my door and I just lay down. I turn off the phone, computer, everything, TV, everything. And I just lay down. Sometimes I don't even fall asleep. Most of the time, I should say, I don't fall asleep, but I just rest, and I rest my mind, and I don't think of the things that I have to do, because then my brain just goes on and on and on, and I can't concentrate. I've learned to just relax. Take those moments, even if it's just 10 minutes, you guys, it makes a whole lot of difference, because I have a clear mind, and just continue. There's more golden nuggets, and I wrote them down in my blog, so check out the blog. There's more there. And then every day starting tomorrow, or rather today is Wednesday, so there's more. I'm going to be publishing a daily video on my personal page, Simply Refreshing Life, in Facebook, and just giving you golden nuggets every day. So I hope you go like that page in Facebook, Simply Refreshing Life, very simple. You'll see my picture there. And I go on live around I don't have a set time, because sometimes, things happen, but it's between 9:30 and 10:30. So between that window, I go live. And always you can catch up the replay. If you cannot, catch the live, you can always catch the replay. So that's the beauty of it. It gets recorded and it's there. So yeah, go like that page and then follow me there, and then you can see more. I have a lot more. I actually have the whole month of February with golden nuggets for self-care routine, and it will help you. Now, if you need a more personalized help and diving deeper in your particular situation, I am a Christian life coach and mindset coach, so I can help you. I do have some packages going on. I have group coaching that we can set up, or I have one-on-one coaching that we can also set up. I do offer a 15-minute free consultation that we can chat a little and find out if I can help you, and we can go from there. So book that today. With me. I have several slots open still, so you can book that, and then we can go and see if I can help you in a more personal way. We can design a more personal plan for you for self-care, but also, to help you with your life, like help you with, your goals, reaching out your goals and things like that, putting kind of your life in order, sort of a thing, if you would. Yeah, reach out to me if there's something that you might be interested in. And I have a 25% off introductory rate right now, so take advantage of that, I will say. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, let me know. My email is simplyrefreshinglife@gmail.com. Very simple. I always read and answer all my emails, and you can reach out to me. As far as reading the Word of God, I do have a reading plan going on. If you are interested in receiving that, the link is here on the comments, so you can subscribe to that, and we can send you a PDF on that. It's not too late, and it's reading through Psalms and Proverbs throughout the year, so you can catch up. It's okay, no rush, and I would love to send that to you as well. It's free, so free is good, right? Products that have helped me reach my goals are Young Living products. If you are interested in exploring more of that, let me know as well. I do have a link for Young Living, but if you want to talk about it, just let me know. Thank you for watching. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button for notifications so you can get notified whenever I come in. And yeah, we'll see you next week, okay? Bye.